In this video, I'm going to be talking about the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I've owned this camera for almost 9 months now, and I thought I would give my opinion on it, what I like about it, what I dislike, would I buy it again, and if it's the right camera for you. So first off, as of recording this video, just the camera alone is $519. If you get the creator combo, which is $150 more, the creator combo comes with the camera, the DJI Mic 2 transmitter, the battery handle, mini tripod, and carrying bag. Now, whether you get just the camera or the creator combo, you also get this little case that it comes with, and it comes with this wide angle lens. And there's also a spot for a black pro mist filter that you could store in here, and these just attach to the camera via magnets as well. So you just take like the wide angle lens and you pop it on like that. Super simple. There are some other accessories that you'll need or want to pick up. One of those being a micro SD card, and then either black mist filters or the ND filters. And on Amazon, I picked up these ND filters and black pro mist filter that I'll link in the description of this video. I've been really happy with these. So who is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 for? It's really for content creators who want an on-the-go camera that don't want to use their phone and don't want the bulkiness of a mirrorless camera. The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 takes stills, but you're going to want to use it for video. The stills are not that great. So seeing this is just primarily a video camera, to me, helps it fit in my workflow a lot better. And I'll talk more about this later, but I've still found this camera is not a replacement for my mirrorless camera like I'm talking to you on now. So given that it's not a replacement for a mirrorless camera and it's kind of somewhat similar to an iPhone camera, let's break down the differences between the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and an iPhone 15 Pro camera. Looking at this comparison table, we can see that the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 has a 1-inch sensor. The iPhone 15 Pro sensor is smaller. The iPhone 15 Pro has better zoom capabilities, and a big part of the Osmo Pocket 3 is its gimbal. Because of the bigger sensor in this camera, it's going to feature better low light performance and have more realistic colors in most cases. Now, one thing that really appealed to me with the Osmo Pocket 3, I'm not happy with the quality on the front-facing camera of the iPhone. And for the Osmo Pocket 3, the ability to take vertical video content so easily right there on the camera and see how it's lined up was one of the huge selling points for me. I initially saw myself using this for more social media content, B-roll, and really on-the-go videos. So having owned this camera for about 9 months now, I thought I would share some things I like about it and some things I don't. Number one, I've been really happy with the image quality. Having filmed videos in a variety of environments, it looks better to me than my iPhone videos. And I wouldn't have had another camera if I didn't have this with me other than my iPhone. And even people that I've shared videos that I've taken with the Osmo Pocket 3, they thought I was using some secret settings on my iPhone, but it wasn't my iPhone, it was this camera. The Osmo Pocket 3 has just been incredibly easy to use. Navigating everything via the touchscreen is incredibly intuitive, and I love that. Also, one of the best things about it is just how small it is. Here's my iPhone 15 Pro Max, and here is the Osmo Pocket 3. You can really start to see like how small this camera is, and there's something very unassuming when you're holding this camera down lower, and it's not as intimidating if you're filming somebody, or for me, for example, I'm filming my daughter playing in the house or outside. She doesn't come up to it and just want to smack it like she might with either my phone or my Sony ZV-E1 mirrorless camera. And it's super lightweight. I keep this thing in my pocket. I notice it, but it doesn't feel like it's sagging down my pants or anything. Also, it just has a lot of options and use cases. Like I said, grabbing video on the go, where I probably would have used my iPhone video and it would have been okay. I now get better video using this. Honestly, it's a lot like what I envisioned myself using a GoPro for. But there are some things I don't like about it, which I'll talk about now. So number one, it feels a bit fragile. Naturally, because it has a gimbal, there's a lot of moving pieces up there. And even though I'll put it in my pocket, I'm very aware that it's in my pocket and I don't want to break it while it's in my pocket. So I have to be careful. And I'll leave it in this little plastic case it came with. Also, like I've mentioned, this is not a replacement for a nicer camera. The iPhone 15 Pro cameras are amazing, and the back camera especially does a fantastic job. If I had to say percentage-wise how much better I think this is, I would say the video quality, in my opinion, is around 25% better. But part of the reason why I feel like I get even better shots with this is because it's so small and I'm able to drop lower. I get unique angles that I wouldn't have got with my phone as easily, but I do wish, given the price, that the image quality was just a little bit better. But don't get me wrong, it's still good. One of my big reasons for buying this was to do more like front-facing style videos for social media, vertical videos. And this records in 4K if you're shooting horizontal, but if you're shooting vertical, it just does 3K. Now, I don't know why the limitations of that are, but it is a little bit of a drawback if you're really using this for a lot of vertical content and you're going to want to crop in and things like that, be aware that it's 3K just vertical. Another thing, and this isn't something I've directly had experience with, but some users have said that there's an issue with an app outside of using it on an iPhone. So if you have a Samsung, maybe look into those types of issues. I don't know a lot about it because obviously I use an iPhone. Another thing that's worth noting here too is the future of DJI. There's a potential oncoming ban with the drones. I don't know how that affects their other products like the Osmo Pocket 3. From what I've read, there could be a little bit of a gray area if you're not using the app. Just take that into consideration as you're weighing the pros and cons if it's the right camera for you. So to put a bow on the Osmo Pocket 3, would I recommend buying it for you? Well, I don't have access to your bank account and what your goals are, so I will say this. If I didn't have the camera, knowing what I know now, I would buy it again. But what I thought I was buying it for and what I've actually been using it for are different. I thought I was buying it for a social media on-the-go camera that I was going to film a bunch of B-roll with. What I actually use it for is more home videos for my family. I have a young daughter and I want to capture as many moments as possible. And so I'm always filming and taking photos, and having this camera to be able to get unique angles like really low to the ground and use the tracking has really allowed me to capture things that I just wouldn't have got as well with my iPhone camera. And so I'm super happy for the videos I've been able to collect so far with that. The price is not super cheap. It's $600. There are other cameras you could get for that amount, but I would still buy it again just because of the uniqueness of this camera. I do wish I felt a little bit more confident in the build strength, but I guess I just have to be more careful. Are you thinking about picking up the DJI Osmo Pocket 3? After watching this, do you lean towards buying it, or are you maybe looking at something else? Also, what's your use case for a camera like this? I'd be curious to know. Leave me a comment and check the description for this video where I'll link to everything that I talked about here. And as always, if you have questions, drop them in the comments. I'd be happy to answer.